Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we're going to be taking a look at what is probably the oldest known Kingdom Hearts glitch in Kingdom Hearts glitch history. This for me is pretty nostalgic because back in the day when I was a kid, I used to go to YouTube and research all kinds of different glitches to do with the various amount of different games, or specifically PS2 games I was playing during the time. I especially loved the Outer Bounds ones, being able to explore different areas that you were never intended to be able to explore. Kingdom Hearts though was kind of a rare case because for the most part Kingdom Hearts is a pretty well made game when looking at, you know, the older ones, 1 and 2. There really isn't too many glitches that kind of exist for these games, or at least obvious ones that are well known. But one that is like really nostalgic for me personally is the Kingdom Hearts 1 Destiny Islands glitch, a glitch that allows you to basically get out of bounds within the Destiny Islands portion of the end of the world, so right at the end of the game. The reason why I say this is probably the oldest Kingdom Hearts glitch is because this specific video, uploaded by a YouTube user known as Loop, was uploaded in March of 2006. Now, you guys should know that YouTube launched in December of 2005. This is literally 4 months after the birth of YouTube. And oh boy, it's got that 2006 YouTube flair to it. We've got the Windows Movie Maker intro with the blue background and basic standard white text, as well as the 240p resolution. It's simply beautiful. It truly is an aesthetic. We are, however, missing audio, but that also seems to be a little bit of a trend back in videos during that time period, because a lot of people during the time couldn't figure out the audio side of editing. It was either that, or of course you would have something like Down with the Sickness, or maybe some Breaking Benjamin, maybe some Linkin Park or something like that. Bass Hunter, that was another like really common one back in the day. Bass Hunter, gorgeous. And what was crazy was when I went back to this video a few nights back to, of course, see how this glitch works again and to dip into a little bit of nostalgia soup, I found in the comment section a comment of my own from literally 10 years ago. 240p, we meet again. That's 14-year-old me right there. There's actually quite a few different videos on this glitch on YouTube that were uploaded a little while after, whether it being like 2008, 2009, 2010, but they all have the same kind of quality going on. Quite a few of them have the completely classic setup of recording your TV screen with the family video camera, which admittedly, yeah, I used to do as well. I love this aesthetic so much. This era of YouTube is quite simply beautiful. It's the dawn and birth of content creation, man. Now, as far as I know, this glitch only works on the US NTSC version of the game. In regards to PAL, or the original Final Mix version for, of course, Japan, or obviously the HD remix versions of Kingdom Hearts 1, it doesn't work. This is according to the information via Loop's description, but I did try to test it out on the HD Remix version, and yeah, it simply doesn't work. So what I have here for you guys today is the original Kingdom Hearts 1. This is the US NTSC version, and I am emulating it through PCSX 2 because I wanted to recreate this glitch to get it stuck out of that 2006 era and brought into more of an HD format. Also to let more people know about this. Even though you can't re-perform this on the modern versions of Kingdom Hearts now, it is something that is really neat. So the way that this works is you'll stand on top of the roof of the seaside shack, and looking at this corner of the shack where it meets the sort of wall face, you want to stand in this position and then try to jump and aim for the sort of edge of the roof. If done correctly, Sora will land on an invisible piece of collision, and from here you can simply spam the jump button to gain some height, climbing higher and higher and higher and higher. You can literally go as high as you want. So it seems like for the other region versions of Kingdom Hearts 1, it either just didn't exist to have this invisible piece of collision here in Destiny Islands, or for the other versions that released after the NTSC version here, Square obviously knew about this random piece of invisible collision and ended up removing it. I cannot confirm if the very original standard Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts 1 contains this collision. Honestly, it's likely that it does, as of course Kingdom Hearts 1 released in Japan first, being the very first version of the game to ever release. So likely chance this glitch probably exists in that version of the game. Now, as I said, you can climb as high as you want to a point where essentially Destiny Islands just becomes a speck off in the distance. You can also walk around. However, though, if you walk into where essentially the playable space is, there won't be any collision and Sora will simply fall. However, this means that you are still above the invisible boundary walls, so you can completely fly outside of those and even land down on the Paopu tree little islands that of course you can't get to in this portion of the game. There is even collision on this little mini island, although it's a little bit whack and you will be sort of sinking into the island itself a little bit. You can even take a dip in the ocean because there is obviously an invisible boundary wall there, so you can't actually walk into the ocean, and all of the swimming animations and stuff still work here on this portion of the island during the end of the world, which I found to be quite interesting. Even the boardwalk section you can jump up onto. The collision is a little bit weird here, but there is still collision, which is cool. Or, you know, you can just completely run away from Destiny Islands if you want to. Run into the void of darkness. Sometimes doing this results in one of the party members following you, and one being stuck down on the island. Here you can see that Goofy is trapped down on the beach there. But yeah, Donald's here with us, just chilling, hanging out. Goofy really is trying his absolute best to try fly up to us, but is failing miserably. I really do feel like I've come full circle with finally being able to perform this glitch for myself. I mean, back in the day, I remember being absolutely stunned by this glitch. How cool this was to be able to get outside of Destiny Islands to explore, well, what is nothingness. But being able to finally figure out why I was never able to perform this, apparently with the PAL version, the glitch does not exist in that version, and of course my region code is PAL, it all makes sense now. This is a really cool piece of Kingdom Hearts YouTube history. It's a super nostalgic video, even though it's a simple, you know, Windows Movie Maker intro with the no sound whatsoever, 240p quality, but it would be one of the very first Kingdom Hearts YouTube videos in that initial batch of videos that were being uploaded during the time. So it feels really good to be able to recreate this and share it with those of you who didn't know about it. Do let me know in the comment section down below if you came across this way back in the day. The video has amassed over 130,000 views during its time, so I'm sure there's at least a few of you guys who probably do know about this. However guys, that's all for today. Just something really neat I thought I would share with you guys. As always, I've been Cynical. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.